welcome back to my vlog. It is nearly the end of week 6, which I actually can't believe, and I haven't vlogged at all this week. Throughout the AIP diet, and I think I've recorded some snippets, I have been getting progressively more tired, like hormonally, around certain times of the months, and I was blaming it on my cycle, and to be honest, I was starting to feel this fatigue back in December, so I didn't associate it with the AIP diet, and I then, about this past week, I was starting to think, gosh, is this the AIP diet? I'd keep searching online to see, does the AIP diet make you more tired? Are you prone to more hormonal fatigue and hormonal imbalances from the AIP diet? And everything was saying the opposite. Everything was saying, yes, the first few weeks might be challenging, but actually, towards the end of it, you should be feeling, yeah, wonderful. And it wasn't until, was it yesterday or the day before, and I started to think, I know my iron levels are really low, and I don't know why I haven't thought about it before. I had bloods last year and they said my iron is low, it's okay but it's low, and I could go to the pharmacy and get these like special strong iron tablets, and I didn't at the time. I thought, oh, I'll be fine, and then I was thinking this week, I was like, I'm going to go get some iron tablets because that might be my issue. And so yesterday I went to the pharmacy and I got the iron tablets, the ferrous fumarate. I took one, okay, yesterday lunchtime, and like, bearing in mind my fatigue has been so bad that I've been struggling to literally do anything. Been struggling to even just sit at a laptop and work because I can barely think, I'm that tired. But my sleep's been fine, like my sleep's been pretty good. So yeah, I went to the pharmacy and I got these tablets, and I swear, I know it's probably, they'd say, oh, you won't feel the effects after one tablet, but I had one tablet and I already felt a massive difference yesterday afternoon. I took another one last night and I've taken another one this morning, so I'm going to take 2 a day, try and do them 12 hours apart, but yeah, I was straight into them yesterday, just like get on them, and I think they've fixed all my issues. And I was Googling it, right? What foods are high in iron? Have I cut out a load of foods that are high in iron? And I haven't. All the sort of high iron foods, does that make sense? All the foods that are high in iron, that would make sense, are all foods that I've been eating. Red meat, chicken, fish, leafy greens, and I have cut out beans, legumes, that sort of thing, but I've been eating so many foods that are naturally high in iron. So I think this year has been so bad with the rain, and I think everybody's just struggling. Thank goodness I'm feeling a lot better. Now I'm behind the camera, and hopefully with this lighting, I don't know how good this lighting is right now, but hopefully you can see, right, I've got scarring, bit of scarring here, bit of scarring here. I've got maybe a little bit up here, but I've got loads of scarring, right? I haven't had a new spot, and okay, this is going to be too much information, but I'm being transparent throughout this whole thing. I have had my period this week, which is also probably why my fatigue from lack of iron has been so incredibly low. I've had my period this week, and I haven't had a single spot. Touch wood. Where's wood? Oh, I've got one here. Right, I haven't had a single spot. I can't believe it. So yeah, I am crouched down just so I can talk to you. Yeah, you've probably seen the lighting. Like, oh. I haven't had skin like this in years. Like, years. My tummy and my bloating's been amazing. I feel so less puffy. I feel so much better. I reckon, also, this might be a little bit of a theory, but because I can't snack so easily on like sugary snacks, like I can't go and have a nice pastry as easily, things like that, that I'm not using food to supplement my energy levels. So I admit perhaps I've been just feeling my low iron levels particularly worse because I'm not going and eating food to supplement it. What I will say is it has taken the full 30 days at least, but yeah, it took the full 30 days before I stopped getting spots. And you know, I remember being a little bit worried. It was week 3, week 4, and I had another breakout. So I had like 2 breakouts during the first 30 days, the elimination phase, and I was really worried that I was going to just keep having spots, and it wasn't going to fix my issues or resolve my issues. But yeah, after 30 days, it's just been amazing. There's a couple of other things that I have done during this AIP phase. So since the start of it, pretty much, I stopped using products in the morning, and I'd just wash my face with water. I'd put a little bit of a caffeine serum under here to help with my bags and puffiness under my eyes, and then an SPF moisturiser, and then my makeup. And with my makeup, I've just been using this hyaluronic acid tinted serum from L'Oreal that my friend got me. I feel like that's because of the hyaluronic acid in it, it's just adding to the dewiness in my skin. The other thing that has happened is, so my husband and I didn't really do Valentine's, but during the week of Valentine's week, he did buy us, an LED face mask, and I have been using it on the blue setting to help with my redness and acne. And I've also been using there's like an automated setting, and it just goes through all the colours on a timer. So I've been using both of them, but I've been using, the blue one for 10 minutes. And I feel like that's also really been helping, especially with the scarring. It's been reducing a lot of the scarring. But I think the AIP diet, where I'm eating all these foods, one, I've stopped having breakouts, so there must be some food triggers. And two, I think because of all the nutrients that are in all the veggies, like I'm eating so many veggies, all the nutrition that's in them, I think it's just been adding to like glowiness, and my inflammation has gone a lot in my face. Like I had a lot of inflammation in my face, and I felt like it was just completely changing, and a lot of that has gone. So skin update, I'm so happy to the point that I'm actually scared to start trying foods. So far I have reintroduced dark chocolate, so it's either 85% plus dark chocolate with like no milk or nuts or anything, or the ceremonial grade cacao drink that I've been drinking. So good quality cacao. Then I've reintroduced ghee to cook with. It's like butter with the milk component removed, I believe. So I've reintroduced that, no issues there. I've now reintroduced pepper, so ground, not red peppers, peppercorns. I'm ready to probably reintroduce another food, but we're going away this weekend, so I didn't want to try anything and have a breakout. I'm seeing my best friend and some family, and I just didn't want to have to be dealing with a breakout if I reacted to a food. Because I'm going away, I am preparing food to take with me for the weekend, so I thought I'd just film some of that. So I just chopped up a load of sweet potato that I'm going to chuck in the air fryer first to cook that up. And then I've got some parsnips, butternut squash, cauliflower, broccoli, and I'm going to do some Brussels sprouts as well. And then I've also got some chicken and tin tuna and mincemeat to cook up. And I've also got lettuce, coconut yogurt, cucumber. So just going to take a few sort of staple, easy things that I can heat up. I think I'm going to pre-cook everything. So it's going to be a bit of a busy couple of hours. Pre-cook everything, and it'll just make it easy on the weekend. I can just grab what I want. I also got some more dark chocolate and some dates to snack on, some more coconut flakes. I succumbed to one of the M&S food trends. I saw them and I thought, do you know what? I might just buy my husband them. I was trying to find something to buy for him as a treat to take with us on the weekend. And the M&S speckled egg cookies. And he's had one, and his first bite, he was like, yeah, they're all right, nothing special. And then he had another bite and he said, oh, they are really good. So I think they're really good. I think they're probably overhyped. That's the sense I got. Overhyped, but they are quite good. And, essentials when you're travelling to see your family on the weekend, I've got olive oil. Right, I'm going to get cooking. I'm going to use this. I have my lunch, which you will have seen loads of times before, the mincemeat and the lettuce cups, avocado on top, squeeze of lime and some salt. I've got my sweet potato here, which has been cooked with salt and pepper, as I've reintroduced pepper and that's all good. And then I've got some asparagus here, just fried off in some olive oil. So there we have it. I'm going to dig into this, and I'm still cooking some veggies. Excuse my egg-headedness. I've just wrapped up prepping all the food for the weekend, and I'll just give you a quick show of it. I didn't show you cooking the chicken because who wants to see raw chicken, right? I got chicken, a bag here. So I forgot to cook the broccoli and the Brussels sprouts. They're all frozen, so they'll defrost, and that's fine. I've got them in a glass jar, so I can literally just chuck them in the oven and they'll cook quite easily. And some broccoli to cook off. In here I've got my sweet potato, parsnips, butternut squash and asparagus. Yeah, coconut yogurt, kiwis and some mincemeat. And then over in this bag I've got my coconut flake snack, my dates, tuna, dark chocolate, olive oil, all my bits and bobs, and the Easter eggs for Jimmer. Yeah, I've added some nutritional yeast as well, so I can put that on my veggies. I've just realised there's a load more in the fridge that I haven't packed. Sweet gem lettuce, a cucumber, some spinach, some basil. Oh, and I've got one avocado. Good morning. I've just made my breakfast, which is some coconut porridge, and I haven't been able to make this before because I couldn't find a coconut milk that didn't have a stabiliser in it that I could have, i.e. like every coconut milk I came across had a stabiliser that you can't have when you're on the AIP diet. And I think there are some out there, but I just never got round to ordering one online. I decided to reintroduce almonds this week. So I've used almond milk to make this coconut porridge. It's essentially coconut, what's it called? Coconut flour. Coconut flour, apples grated, peeled and grated, and some almond milk, which it's supposed to be coconut milk in the recipe, but I've gone with almond milk because I've reintroduced it, like I said. So that's why I'm able to have this now. And then it's also a pinch of cinnamon and pinch of salt. I did record it, but I forgot to record the cinnamon and the salt being added. But yeah, just a small pinch of salt. And then on top, I've just put some almond butter and a bit of honey. And what has happened, so it's I've done 3 days on almonds, so today's my 4th day. I've had a spot come up there on my cheek. Oh, my dog, sorry. He sat behind me. What are you doing? You come to say hi. You come to say hi. Yeah, you're lovely, aren't you? Look at you. Oh, is that a good scratch? All right, okay. Do you mind breathing on my camera? They've just been out for a WALK and just had their breakfast. And, he's a bit hyper because I had to give him a quick bath. And it always makes them a bit crazy when they have a bath. The other one's settled, so that's fine. Anyway. Distractions. Where was I? Almonds. Yes. Oh, yes. That's where I was. Can you see? I've tried covering it up with some makeup, but this huge spot on my cheek after 3 days on almonds, it started to creep up yesterday, and I think that is the sign. I mean, I've definitely Googled it, and I've definitely was looking out for spots arising, and I haven't had spot arise in like 3 weeks. But also where I had I get this
cluster of spots here. I don't know what it's like, I don't know if it's technically called something, but I get this little like, I'll often get spot arise here. And I have had like a tiny little like pimple spot arise in that patch. So I've got scarring there. But I have had one little one arise there, and then this one. And I'm really worried that means I can't have almonds. I thought, I'm in two minds because I'm like, yeah, no, I think it's got to be the almonds. I just think my stomach must have trouble digesting it. I wonder if it's too heavy. I mean, I put almonds in this. I want to use up my almond milk, but perhaps I shouldn't. I did Google it and it did say stop immediately if you get. And I was like, it's just one spot though, but it's saying that, you know, because you have like a delayed reaction. It says it could take up to 3 days to have a reaction because it's like going through your system, and it will trigger inflammation spots, and it's directly attributable to gut digestive issues with that food source. So yeah, I think I might have to stop eating almonds. Okay, sorry, I've come on here and my hair is scraped back. I just had a bath and I just did my skincare for the evening. And I know I jumped on here earlier this morning and said I think I'm having a reaction to almonds. Well, this is my spot, if it will focus. It is huge. And then there, keeps not focusing. And then there is my little spots, my big, it looks so bad on the camera. I always feel like I should go back into this lighting. I just didn't think it looked that bad. It does, it looks so bad. And like with the location, like this is sort of cheek area. That is digestion, isn't it? I've decided I've got to stop having almonds and just see if I get any more, if it goes away. I'd be so sad, I love my almond butter. You can have that. Good morning. How are we? Oh, there's the other dog. I start talking and of course they both come running. I look rather tired. I'm just waking up. I'm going to put my LED mask on in a minute. And then I'm going to put some moisturiser on. I got an Amazon parcel yesterday with some food bits, so I just thought I'd record unpacking it and just show you what I got, and I'll move you back a bit. That's a bit better, isn't it? Right. What did I get? Right, okay. So I got dandelion leaves. Dandelion is really good at detoxifying the body, but different parts of the dandelion do different things. So you've got the dandelion root, which is really good for your liver, and then the dandelion leaves, which I think are really good for your kidneys, and then the dandelion flower I think is antimicrobial or something. Again, does something slightly different. So when you buy dandelion tea, you just got to be specific about whether you want the root, leaf or the flower, depending on what you want from it. So I did an order and I got dandelion leaves in here for my kidneys, and then I did also get, here it is, I got dandelion root extract. I think I would have preferred the tea, and you can get dandelion root from Buy Whole Foods online, but because I wasn't placing an order with them and you have to pay for postage and packaging, I opted to just get these tablets. There were stronger tablets online, but these are a little weaker, but 120 capsules, so they'll last quite a long time, like 4 months. And I just thought, I was like, do you know what, I'd rather spend the same amount of money to have these for longer than to have something quite intense for a shorter period of time. I'm just a bit conscious of putting too much strain on my liver and kidneys too quickly. So I'd rather do that, you know. I bought another one of these bone broths. Lastly, the battery died, so I just had to go and change the battery. Right, lastly, I got a pack of 6 cans of coconut milk, organic coconut milk from Biona, which is quite a good organic brand. Yeah, I got these because, well, at long last, I've been thinking about getting these right from the start and I just never placed the order. But I finally got them because they are AIP friendly, because all that's in them is coconut and water. So there's no like stabiliser that I can't have. There's no additives or preservatives of any sort. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm going to make my coconut porridge with it this morning. So I've got them and I'm gonna enjoy that. Hopefully I haven't been speaking too quiet. I always speak really quiet when I go tired. Then I watch it back on the camera and I'm thinking, well, that was awful because no one can hear me. Right, need to wake up a bit. I'm gonna do my LED mask, you know.
That's a tiny little chicken thigh, isn't it?
Yeah, but the other one's pretty big.
It's not the size that matters for her.
I'm recording. Oh, my teeth look so yellow. I'll blame the camera.
It's the lighting.
Yeah, it's the lighting, not my teeth. My teeth aren't yellow. Hello. So after my little spot outbreak that happened after trying almonds, I had to give myself a bit of time just not trying any new foods and eliminating almonds, and today I've finally reintroduced another item of food. I'm literally only just half eaten it, so I don't even know if I'm gonna react to it, but it's essentially just butter. I mean, I can show you my dinner, but you won't even see it because it's melted on the top, but I've just put some butter on my food because I'm really keen to try dairy and I'd really like to be able to have some dairy. Tastes good. So my hope with trying this is that next I can try milk and perhaps some yoghurt, just some natural yoghurt. It would also be nice to try a bit of cheese. I think I probably need to look at what is best to try first because I haven't, but if butter's okay, then yeah, all good to try other things. If I do have an adverse reaction, then I can try goat's milk and goat's cheese, because apparently sometimes it could just be the type of milk or the type of dairy that you're having. So, you know, maybe cow's milk might be an issue, but goat's is fine. So we'll see how it goes, but I think I'll just try cows to start with. And then, yeah, if I have an issue, I'll try goat. I think that's pretty much it.
As you know, I tried butter yesterday for dinner and I felt completely fine. I still feel completely fine, and I haven't had any yet today, and it is nearly dinner time, so I need to make sure I have some with my dinner tonight. But I thought I'd jump on the camera in case it evolves into anything more significant, and it does turn out to be butter. But I have had a little tiny spot crop up here, which is not a good sign. That's in like a prime location for where I was getting like loads of spots. And there's these couple of there's this stubborn one that I was talking about, and I just feel like that's a little bit worse as well. I mean, maybe it's just, I don't know why that's red. I haven't been picking it. This one I did pick accidentally. I didn't realise it was a spot. I've just been so used to not having them. And also this is just a little bit inflamed. I think perhaps inflamed is the best way to describe it. That's my previous spot going. Perhaps I just look a bit pink or brown, but yeah, you can see it's not good. Yeah, so I will monitor, but I'm gonna keep having butter because I'm not 100% sure if it is from the butter or not. Further update to follow.
Actually, I'm not going to have butter today, and I'm going to stop having it and leave it for a few days, and then I'm going to try milk, because if it is a reaction to dairy, then I should know that when I try milk or yogurt. But there's a lot more milk components, or dairy, or whatever it is. There's a lot more like the milk lactose components, I don't know, in milk and yogurt. So I'll know if I have another breakout, then it's definitely that's the issue. So I've been fine with ghee, as I've recorded. So yeah, it's just not great. A little frustrating. Is that up there as well? Gosh, it's not good, is it? I mean, at least this is manageable, you know, it's not awful. I can cover this up, it's fine, but not ideal. Mind my dirty window, but just, it's such a beautiful morning. I love it. It's Saturday morning and I've woken up at 6, and honestly there is nothing better than waking up early on a weekend. It's just so like peaceful and quiet and magical. We'll give the presentation a 3 out of 10, but taste 10 out of 10. And I thought I really ought to, if I'm gonna be realistic in my video, I really ought to come on camera. So I've had butter for the past couple of days, and I have had a breakout. And sorry, mind the printer if you could hear that in the background. It's just, that's great. That's great timing. It's decided to clean this up. I'm just printing out some piano music, so I thought, what's going to cheer me up right now? And I think it's probably playing piano. Yeah, and I think it's just really knocked my mood, and like I've been having quite like a bad day. It started, oh gosh, sorry. My day started off quite well, you know. I woke up early, about 6 a.m. I had a beautiful sunrise that I saw, and I made a lovely breakfast, had a cup of tea, and I did an 8 a.m. gym class and got to see some people and socialise a little bit. This breakout doesn't help, like spot there, I feel like there's a little spot under the skin there, spot there, spot there, spot there, there's a little one there, spot there. Yeah, that's from before. They're kind of from before, but I feel like they've gotten a little bit worse. Yeah, so just thought I'd be honest really, and just sort of, I'm at the point where like my skin affects me like this much. It's silly because I know if I cut out butter, I probably hopefully won't get any more, but I kind of need that confirmation that dairy is bad, so I just don't know whether to try milk and yogurt or not, and just see what happens, and just know that I'm probably going to have a big breakout again. And I think this is the one thing with the AIP diet that I didn't really hear anything about, but it has developed a bit of a fear inside of me about trying foods. Like, I'm fearful of this, but can I live on like a really restrictive diet the rest of my life? I don't know. It's just really hard. The AIP diet has done absolute wonders for me, because to get to where I am with my inflammation in my face, like I actually feel like my face looks like mine again. And my whole body feels like my body again. I'm not in pain. I'm not having bloating. I feel like I've got energy, minus the iron deficiency issue that I have sorted out. Yeah, like it's done amazing wonders for me, but I didn't anticipate how difficult it would be to reintroduce foods. And it is difficult, like it's mentally challenging, because I just don't want this, and this is what I've got. I just have to get through it. I mean, in a week's time, it's my 2-year anniversary. So 2-year wedding anniversary, sorry. Could have been 2-year anything anniversary, couldn't it? In a week's time, it's my 2-year wedding anniversary, and I'd really like to have it spot free. So do I just not touch any new foods for another week? So yeah, I don't know. Just wanted to be honest with you guys, really. Sorry, I always do this when I'm on my phone camera. I look at myself and not the camera, but to be honest, I'm not looking at myself, I'm looking at my spots. Oh dear. Just checking in on another day. I had a real dip yesterday, which I did come on my camera for. I was just having a bit of a down day, but today's a new day, and I'm keen to feel better. I think part of the issue is I just had such a big to-do list that I felt so overwhelmed, and I felt like I was just so behind and nothing I was doing was good enough. So I think today I'm just gonna take it easy on myself and have a nice day. I've got one more week of work and then I'm off for a week, so I'm gonna get loads done now, and like no pressure as well, just enjoy my week off. And yeah, I think I just need to take the pressure off a little bit. And my husband came home and said to me, like, just don't worry about your to-do list and just do something that's gonna put you in a good mood. I just thought, you're right, just do just one thing that I'm gonna enjoy that's gonna make me feel better. So I played piano and that made me feel loads better. Today I'm just going to continue with that feeling, Have a nice day. We've had another lovely, beautiful sunrise. I mean, there's clouds there, but I kind of love that when you've got the sun rising and clouds there and it makes it all dramatic. It's so beautiful. And there's light shining on the clouds, so you've got the dark clouds on this side and then light clouds behind it, and it's just... Oh, I love the sky. I've got a weird obsession with the sky. Like, I'm obsessed with clouds. Not overcast, I'm not obsessed with that, but I'm obsessed with like dramatic clouds, mountains and starry night skies. They're like, so I feel like I'm just obsessed with anything that's like up high and dramatic. It just always puts things into perspective for me, even if it's for the moment that I'm looking at the sky and then back to reality. But yeah, it always just makes me feel so much better, and it makes me feel like nothing really matters. Can't be bothered to go and get the camera, which is upstairs, so I am filming this on my phone, but I was just staring in the fridge at this grated mozzarella cheese that I bought my husband, thinking, why did I buy that for him? Because that's absolute torture, staring at that in the fridge when all I want to do is eat it out of the bag, and I can't. And then I realised I can, and the reason I can is because I said to myself, right, if I want to know if it is the milk components in butter that's triggered those spots or not, maybe it was something else, then I'm going to do a bigger test and actually have milk or cheese or yogurt. And in my head I was thinking yogurt, but just staring at this, do you know what? Screw it. I am going to eat mozzarella out of the bag. I'm going to do it. Why not? And then this might be the last time I can do that for a very long time, so I might as well enjoy it. So I'm going to have a little bit now, and then I'm going to run a bath, and then I'll put some more on my dinner later. I'll probably have some sweet potato and I'll put some on there and just see how it goes. And if I come out in spots, then I'll know. And it's not just the spots, it'll also be inflammation, stomach pain. Stomach pain will be a big indicator. So I'm going to enjoy some cheese. I'm not going to film it. That will make me look like a pig, but I am just going to eat a pinch of this out of the bag. Excuse the blanket wrapped around me. I'm a little bit cold. It's super breezy, and whenever it's breezy, the house just gets really cold because we've got awful windows, so the wind just comes straight through the house, it feels like. So yeah, I've got a little blanket wrapped around me, but I wanted to give a bit of an update on dairy. So I fully indulged. I had cheese, milk, ice cream, and even my favourite chocolates that have milk in.
yeah, fully enjoyed myself, let's just say that. And I had stomach pain, I had bloating, I didn't have loads of spots. I mean, my reaction to butter was the worst that I had, but I did get a spot here. That was quite a bad one, and sort of the stubborn areas just all seemed to get a bit inflamed and redder and a little bit spottier. So you could just tell in my skin that dairy wasn't great. Inflammation sort of felt like it was coming back a little bit, but yeah, my stomach was really painful, really bad, just sort of every day. It wasn't as soon as I ate dairy I was in stomach pain, but it was just general every day after having eaten dairy. So no more dairy for me, which is really sad. But I am going to try goat's cheese, egg goat's milk, and just see if that's a little bit different at all. But yeah, dairy, no go. And I'm feeling a lot better now that my skin is dying down, my inflammation's going back down, and I'm starting to feel more myself again. I'm sad, but it's nice to know. And yeah, it's not like a full-on allergy, so I could definitely tolerate dairy. I was about to say I could definitely tolerate dairy, but it's an intolerance. I could definitely have some dairy because it's not a big allergy, but I shouldn't be eating dairy in my diet, basically the gist of it. So I'm gonna cut out dairy, but if a little bit slips in now and again by accident, or as a super rare treat, say I go out for dinner, I might want to have a pudding and just suffer the consequences, and that'll be my choice. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you got this far, please do like, subscribe, comment. It really does wonders for the video. It helps it to reach out further to other people, and yeah, it would just mean the world to me if you could support in that way. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another specific video on this journey or whether or not I'm just going to feed it into some other videos that I'm going to post from now on. But because this journey is taking a lot longer now, where it's trying things, testing them, see what works, see what doesn't, they'll either feed into other videos I post, or maybe in a few months time I might just do one more video on this journey. But it's been really fun filming this journey, documenting it to this point, and I've still got a long way to go. If you've been watching this journey along with me, then I hope you've been finding it somewhat useful, and yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys.